Hey, neighbor.
Hey, neighbor. I can't get over our... Okay, so here with us today is PJ Hughes.
It's a makeup book. I have a makeup book.
From 1983.
1983 publishing date. I'm obsessed with makeup. I didn't used to be. Quite
Neither
the
was
journey.
I, actually.
Right?
We talk about makeup a lot, but I think it's because we're just now figuring it out.
I feel like, well, this book has really helped me. Like, I've had this book since I was born, apparently.
Before you were born.
Right. And I really like the images. Like, for me, I used it to help me learn how to draw a little bit.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. But then, like, so I knew about makeup and I knew about the applications. A lot of these things haven't really changed. But
Really, it hasn't. Like, blue eyeliner is coming back.
It's always been
Contouring
cool.
apparently has been here for 2 decades.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
it's all good.
Oh, we're getting off subject already.
Oh, man. Damn. Okay. So today is our pre-Thanksgiving episode. Thanksgiving episode.
I wanted to say like a pre-cum joke, but I couldn't think of anything. Pre-basting.
Yeah. Save your turkey basters just in case.
That was crude. I'm sorry.
We're sorry, but not sorry.
I really wanted to talk about that. Anyway, today on the docket, what's a docket?
I don't know, actually. I feel like we say that, but I have no idea what that means. I've just heard other people say it, so I feel
Right.
like it's technical term for...
List.
Yes.
Or topic list or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you
I don't know
got?
it means. Well, it's coming up in 2 days. This is like 2 days before the day.
Right.
Me personally, I do not observe the day. I realize that it has a title
Uh-huh.
and that it's traditionally observed. However, I don't know that I agree with the holiday itself, which is fine. I mean, I understand everyone has their own beliefs, but I don't necessarily follow the day in any way.
Right.
This year, we kind of have to because Isabel's boyfriend's in town and she wants to like
So you have to,
impress or something. But like literally for the past 2 years, we've had sushi
yeah.
in excess amounts.
That sounds awesome. I do like that your husband can actually sushi.
Right. It's very talented in the kitchen.
I bet.
Freak in the kitchen. Anyway.
And a gentleman in the streets.
Just kidding. I don't know. What do you guys normally do?
Well, for me, I normally not lately, like I've been hanging out with Jason's family, but for me, it's not really like Thanksgiving is like family time.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's it.
I much prefer looking at it that way. Like, it's a day for us to get together. It's not Christmas, so it's not a stressful day.
It's not about commercialism at that point. It's just the next day is about commercialism.
Oh, 5 o'clock p.m., you mean, right?
Yeah. Like, we're going to be open at 5.
Like, stuff your faces because there ain't no eating for the next 12 hours.
Do you have your camping equipment? Because you're going to be...
camp the fuck out anywhere.
I don't understand that.
No, I will go wait till Cyber Monday. Okay, so there's 2 things I want this year for Black Friday. One is an air fryer. I don't fucking know what that does yet. So I don't know if I'm going to buy it, but I want it just because it's cheaper and like way over 50% off.
Yeah.
And then the other one is an Instant Pot because I fucking love my crock pot. So why not have one that makes everything from yogurt to cake to like roast everything?
I'm still having a hard time with that crock pot,
I
girl.
see it. I see it up on that cabinet. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I never
how
pick
you
it up.
doing, Instant Pot?
Okay. So we're going to, like, what else? We wanted to talk about the cultural differences. So, like, Yeah, Thanksgiving is weird, and it definitely highlights cultural differences.
I think the whole history behind it was celebrating our cultural differences, which incidentally,
It's not.
I don't feel like that is what it is now. And I know that a lot of it has to do with what happened after Thanksgiving. Historically, it was
Andrew
just
Jackson.
right. And I don't know. It's just a time when, especially now, and I don't know how to really phrase this, but especially now, I feel like more than ever, I'm just sticking to my family and like what we agree with. And it's really difficult, I think, to celebrate cultural differences right now. Be it our administration, be it social media. I don't know what the cause is, but like we're good with, like for example, Joel's family, they're Mexican. They didn't grow up with Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And so for us, it's just, like you said, a family day where we eat and, no one pulls out a calorie tracker.
Right. And see, for me, it's like also about, it's difficult, right? Because you have the day off and you choose to basically be very passive about something that I'm very passionate about the Native American community and being aware of it and making sure that I respect and honor them, but also acknowledge that they're not extinct. They're still around. And we treat this Thanksgiving kind of treats it like all this shit happened in the past. Like the Pilgrims, we don't have fucking Pilgrims anymore, but we still have Native Americans. And I feel like
and Mexicans, because like I guess everyone forgets to mention the fact that Mexico was like half of the United States and it just receded,
Well, Mexico itself was also a state of colonialism,
right? And so
like that's all colonization. That's all that imperialistic drive to make brown people be a part of a state that the white men drew lines through.
Right.
There were nations before Mexico and the United States even came here. There's the Cherokee Nation. There's the Blackfoot Nation. There's the Sioux Nation.
Even New Mexico, like in the area of New Mexico, Santa Fe.
That within those areas, there were tribes and communities that were nations of people living and harmonizing or warring, whatever, people that didn't really need to be interfered upon in the way that the white man came in and did it. Like, that's just fucked up.
In my mind, it's also been, and I don't know if it's my upbringing or what, but Thanksgiving has never felt like it's part of my personal culture. I felt like I was learning it as someone else's culture in observance.
Yes.
And so now that I'm older and I can better understand what it is and what's going on, I mean, I get the day off, I get it, but it's difficult really during the holidays to remember, by the way, there's other cultures that observe other days, but I'm getting paid for this.
It's a national
and I'm getting
holiday.
a day off. Right. And so it's difficult that we don't acknowledge other, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
well, and we did take a step forward because last year in the city of Lawrence, they acknowledged
Indigenous Peoples Day, right?
The Indigenous Peoples Day, but was on Columbus Day. So they erased that motherfucker, which is amazing. But the whole month of November nationally is Native American Heritage Month.
Right. I think as long as we keep the Thanksgiving portion of it, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with a day to celebrate family and a day to remember to give thanks to whomever you choose to align yourself
whatever you're
with.
Thankful for, be thankful for sure. I think that's always important to, like, because you're being thankful for your privileges.
Right.
Being aware of that privilege is a privilege.
For sure.
And I think that's really important for all of us to, like, take into account. Now, for me personally, though, I'm thankful, but I'm also really fucking tired of dealing with this bullshit that people come out on fucking Thanksgiving and they're like just super, like, aggressive things. Like, that we're going to have conversations about football. and protests, you know we're going to have conversations.
Oh, I don't follow football.
Well, football has become highly political.
Really?
Yes.
I'm way out of touch with that. I know the whole kneeling and
yes,
but I thought was that football or was that basketball?
That was football.
Sports ball. It's all the same to me, dude.
No.
I know that. I really don't care about sports.
Oh shit.
So bad.
Holy crap.
I don't even follow soccer.
Well, I mean,
or baseball for that matter. Because at our house, it should be baseball and soccer, traditionally.
Because you got people playing on there.
Right. I mean, there's tons of Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and baseball teams.
Well, they're a little busy now trying to rebuild, right?
Well, yeah.
Still, to this day.
But, I mean, not everyone from the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico actually lives on the islands anyway. There's a
right. They're living in New York.
Especially my age group, like 30s, 20s. A lot of us have moved away from the islands just because, opportunity, you go where it is. So the economy was in decline anyway before the hurricane. It's just now being highlighted, right? Given a little more attention than the attention it deserved, but never got.
Because it's like the ugly stepsister. Which is unfortunate
because it had to be a hurricane that brought that out. Like
Maria. Se llamaba Maria.
That's ironic. Maria. What's that story? No?
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
Also Puerto Rican.
Exactly.
Look at that. So cool.
But is it?
No, I get it though.
Because a white girl played her.
Oh. What? Why? There's so many. You know what? Never mind. Maybe another day.
Yeah. Let's just be thankful there was a movie about Puerto Ricans that had a beautiful musical score.
Except for no one still fucking knows that we're citizens. Sorry.
Right? What?
Oops.
Did you vote?
Oh, God. Well, anyway, but yeah, I get it. I know shit's getting political. I don't know. I can't follow sports to any capacity. So
what do you talk about at Thanksgiving?
Nothing,
If there's not sports and politics,
just stuff like just family. Like we'll talk about how we made the dinner, or we'll talk about the dogs because that's a easier topic. I don't know. We as a family, peaceful. Yeah, and as a family, we've never had cable. It's just not a thing. We tried to keep politics and other stuff outside for that day.
Yeah.
There's another time for that. But right now it's just about us. So,
so my family, they celebrate Thanksgiving, but not on the day.
Right. And I understand with you guys having to all schedule around each other.
Yeah. So I totally did not follow the let's just be peaceful.
Oh.
Yeah. Did I tell you what happened?
No.
Oh, girl, it was not good.
Oh.
Yeah.
What happened?
Okay, so my grandma's getting sick.
Yeah.
And I'm a Mexican woman who has experience taking care of the elderly, and as a woman of color, it is very important for me to not see my family members go into a nursing home. Just culturally, that's what happens. You get your family close to you and you make sure that they're good.
Your grandma could have Alzheimer's, not be able to get out of a chair, but she's still in the back of the house.
Uh-huh.
So
and it's closeness. It's having that togetherness, that family structure that's so different than my white family. That's who they are. They're my white family. I'm not white by birth, but they are my chosen family because he's my stepfather. So he's got his own personal issues, but I just wanted him to know that I'm going to help.
Right.
And he just shut down.
Why?
Denial.
Is he just angry or?
He's angry. He doesn't trust me. It's just a lot. A lot of things are coming out into the open. And maybe I shouldn't have poked the bear, but I'm never not going to poke the fucking bear because.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's stuff that it's a real family issue. I mean.
Right. And it needs to be happening. It needs to even if it's not happening right now, even though she's not on her deathbed or whatever. Like, we have to acknowledge that the decline is going to come and we need to be prepared. And that's something that I've noticed with white families, especially, that they don't really do anything. There's no call to action until something terrible happens to their parent.
Yeah, I think our culture is different in that sense, because our culture is built around talking about death very upfront. And I noticed that working in a care home as well, is that they didn't